Okay, Frank, what's your project today?
Well, this is a disassembly of Simon Dermer family photograph given to our library at some point, and what we're going to do is take it out of the frame in order to put it into acid-free binders to preserve it. If we don't do that, these documents, photos, memorabilia tend to fade away. If they're on paper that's not acid-free, they start turning brown and they eventually disappear. When you start, you have a dust cover on the back of it. This is put on with a cardboard, and basically you go along and you cut loose the dust cover so it's free. Have to get that all the way around it on all sides. Process in this particular one, you have nail inserts into the wood to hold the dust cover in place. You'll find different types of things holding dust covers in place, all the way from small nails to wedges. Occasionally you'll even find wooden pegs holding the dust covers, especially depending on how old they are. Document, or the back side, you have to take a tool and basically free up the nails that are holding the dust cover, and you're going to find some of them have 2 or 3 on a side, some of them have numerous ones on each side. Nails up to free them, or to actually pull them out of it altogether. It's a touchy-feely method to get them out, to find out where they are, and then to pull them out. In our library, when items have been donated, we tag, we number them, we catalog them, and that allows us to find out some history on some of these documents. The nails in a position where you can remove the document. You need to very carefully use something to pry up the document, free it from the frame. Sometimes you find really interesting photo or artwork on the back of these. This is an interesting example of something that was on the back of a document that once we opened it up and reviewed it, it's rather a nice piece.
And there it is. Okay, Frank, what's the next step?
Okay, the next steps after you have removed a picture from the frame is to try to preserve it, and we preserve it by putting it in an acid-free binder, and that is just a simple process of insertion. Once it's inside, it's protected and hopefully will not get worse over time.
Can we make an electronic copy of that for people?
We have been making electronic copies of this to put in our digital bank. If people want to bring in their old photographs like this, documents, other items, we're more than happy to make the copies on our copy machine, digitize them, and if they would like, they have the originals back, or if they want to donate them, we keep them forever for them. But then we could give them a digital version to be saved on a memory stick.
Oh, can you show us how to scan that one?
Sure can. What I'm going to do here is show basically the process of scanning some of the documents, some of the photos that we have. We're storing everything to a memory stick on our computer, or on our copy machine, and it's basically
I noticed you have some other stuff in there. What else do you have in there, Frank, so far?
We've got beginning with a whole collection of different confirmation and baptismal records that have been donated. Some of these documents are still being donated to us. We've got a bunch in recently that we're trying to record.
What's the date on this one? I can just barely make
This
it out.
particular one is January 10th, 1914.
Wow.
This is a baptismal record. And as you go through, you will find various dates on various other records.
These are beautiful.
You will notice that these little gold emblems at the bottom of some of them are actually the impressions from a stamp, actually giving the name of the church where these things were done. This is another example of some of the documents we're saving. These were confirmation and baptismal records, but these are much older. These were generated actually in Russia. They ended up in Fresno. But as you can see, it's a different format. It's a different process. It's interesting that in the back of this particular one, we found what we believe to be an ancestry of this person, folded up, stuffed in the back. The dates on these are coming from the mid-1800s.
Preserving historical artifacts is important for society and especially for Germans from Russia history. If you're interested in learning more about how you can help preserve these artifacts and process them for electronic storage, volunteer. You can learn a simple, step-by-step process and contribute to the extended history and research of our heritage.